Hello, online crew. How are we today? I guess you can see that I'm in a different spot than normal, and there's a really good reason for that, which I'll share with you in a moment. But welcome to a social media edition of the week number 29. And I just want to reflect on something today in this edition and give you a really massive piece of advice. Now, it's not, what would I say? It's not a groundbreaking piece of advice, but it is a really important piece of advice that while I reflect on sort of my journey, I just really wanted to share with you. Now, I am thinking I don't have comments today, which is a real bummer because it would have been nice to go through a whole week with comments. Facebook has been quite nice to me this week with seeing comments, but I don't think it's going to be kind to me today. Luckily, I've got my backup, so I'm just going to chime in here and see who we've got on. So, where do you think I am, guys? What do you think's going on? No hat, no Henry, although they're not far away. Share what this is all about while I'm finding you guys online here. I'm just looking down at my phone. But welcome. If you are here, please say hello. I'll catch up with your comments later. If you're part of our online crew community here, put the palm tree emoji down below. If you are part of my free Facebook group, Social Media Strategy, the little fish down below. I'm hoping I'm back. It just said poor connection. And if you are one of my awesome online crew leaders that has just gone through our beginner bot boot say that again, Helen. Beginner bot boot camp this week, and we've learned all things bots. Put the cruise ship emoji down below. I'm just pulling up my live. How cool was that boot camp? Guys, I bet you learned things you never knew existed in a bot world. And I'll share a little bit more about something I did, a test that I did. Some of you may have received my message from my bot, and I'll share the results of that next week as well. And also about next week, the winner of the video challenge, Rose. I'm going to be interviewing Rose. I'm sure Rose won't mind me sharing it. We were going to do the interview and she had a family member pass away. I won't say any more than that, but I'm just like, no, you deal with whatever you need to deal with and we'll do it later. So we're doing that next week. So who do we have on? I'm going to press play. I know the lighting's not flash, guys, but I'm presuming you can see me and hear me okay. If you can't, I don't know because I can't see your comments, but I'll have a look here. Who do we have here on? Because I've actually got my selfie stick, so it's really hard to navigate that and this. So if I'm looking down, just excuse me for that, but we've got Glenn. Oh, Glenn thinks I'm in a motel. What else do you guys think? That's creative. Getting a foot treatment. I wish. No. Susan, I'm back. Thank you. Patricia, she's in New South Wales at the moment. For those of you in Australia, Patricia's traveling. Safe travels, Patricia. We've got Olive and Anna. Oops. I can't coordinate with the selfie stick and a spare phone. That's just not cool, guys. So sorry for looking down. We've got Crystal, Edith, Michael. Awesome Bob Bootcamp. Thank you. Got Megan. Hello, Megan. Hello, Ania. Bot, not bot. Oh, I see. Teresa, do you have allergies? No? Does it sound like I have allergies? I don't have allergies. We've got Lynn. So welcome, guys. So I wanted to reflect on this, and this is actually not what I was going to talk to you guys about, but I changed my mind because of something I discovered yesterday that I didn't even know was coming. And some of you may have seen the post on my business page, but yesterday was my 500th Facebook Live on this business page. So I just posted up the screenshot. Interestingly, for any of you guys that are wondering how you find that out, that only comes up on my old phone, not my new phone. So because I had this on when I was live yesterday, when it finished, it told me that it was my 500th live. It doesn't tell me that on my new phone. So I just thought that was really interesting, but it was like, wow, That's my 500th live on my business page. I've done more than that because I've got my free group, I've got my branding group, I've got my coaching group, I've got my health page, personal page. Like, I've done more lives than 500, but it was my 500th live on this page. How cool is that? So this is my 501th, my 501 Facebook Live. And so it naturally causes you to just do a little bit of thinking of like, man, have I done that many Facebook Lives? And over what period of time? And how have I grown? And what advice can I give you guys through that kind of journey? And at the same time, I was receiving a message from somebody in my messenger that just connected with me as a Facebook friend and did something really spammy. And it's just like, oh man, this is such an awesome journey when we go live and connect with people around the world. When you can see their comments, Facebook, let me see people's comments. So yeah, I don't like not seeing your comments, guys. But anyway, I will move on. And just reflecting on that journey, and I've got one massive piece of advice for you, and there is a reason why I'm sitting where I'm sitting, because this is me getting a little bit vulnerable to you guys and sharing something with you I have never shared on my business page before, ever. So it's a reflection of what I'm talking about today, okay? So my massive piece of advice for you, as I said, this is not groundbreaking, but it will make the difference between you connecting with people on social media and actually being able to build a business, or just being on social media and banging your head against a brick wall, wondering why you're doing what you're doing and all the effort that you are putting in is not working. Okay? And that major thing is, seriously, guys, be a human before you're a marketer. So I know, oh, is that all it is? Let me explain, okay? At the same time I'm reflecting of doing 500 live videos, I get a friend request from somebody yesterday who seemed like, looking at their profile, a normal person, lovely person. We got 50 mutual friends. So somebody that's obviously in my world and in my circles, and, that possibly would be a great connection. So get the request, I accept back, we have a bit of a conversation, get another message back asking me a question. I replied, and then guess what I got, guys? I got the pitch. I got a very sort of lengthy for Messenger, thing about what they're up to and this new thing that they're doing, and would I be interested to have a look and whatever. And it was at the bottom, if you're not interested, no worries. I just wanted to share what I'm doing. And it's just like, please, for the love of if you met me at a party, if you met me at a restaurant, if you met me anywhere socially, would sort of the second conversation you have with me be pitching your business and asking me if I wanted more information about it? So be a human before you're a marketer. And if you're not going to say it in person, do not say it on social media. Don't do it in Messenger. Don't use social media as an excuse to just get what you want. It's not, we need to be a human, and you need to be, I would highly recommend that you allow yourself to be vulnerable, authentic, and real, and a real person. Hence why I've changed my scenery today, because I want to share something with you guys that makes me vulnerable. Okay, and I can't say that I really want to do this, and I can't say that Paul would be happy with me doing this, but I just want to share because it's real. Okay, I'm sitting in my bedroom, guys. You're in my bedroom. Now, what you guys don't realize is you're actually in my bedroom with me every single day I go live. And that's what I want to share with you. Because I know people look at me and look at my setting with Henry and the picture and all the rest of it and think, well, to be successful, I need a setting like that. I want to prove to you here and now that you don't need an extra room to have any kind of setup. You don't even need a setup. You just need to talk and be a human. And when you speak on things like live video or your posts on social media, you don't want to pitch. You want to be a human before you're a marketer, because people connect with humans. They don't necessarily connect with marketers. Or they can if you're a really good marketer, but they connect with humans first. Okay, so I want to show you something. That's our bed behind me. You're in my bedroom. Okay, I want to show you my view first, because we're really fortunate. I'm in a lounge chair in the front of our beautiful window. There's another lounge chair. I'll show you that in a second, right next to me. And this is what we look at. And please ignore the bird shit on the window. We're on the second level of our house, and the birds are atrocious at the moment. They're sitting on the top of the eave there, and they just shit all over our windows. And because it's the second story, we can't easily clean the windows. So please ignore the bird poo. But I'm just going to flip the screen. So there's the bird poo. So this is our big bedroom window. Okay, so there's another window here. I've got the blinds shut there. So this is our main window here. Okay, that's the side window. I've got another couch sitting there. So this is a beautiful, beautiful spot to sit. So I'm just sitting in a lounge chair in our bedroom looking out the window. So you are here with me in my home, in my bedroom. What you guys don't know is that right there, which I'll show you in a minute, is where I sit and do all my Facebook Lives. This is, you know, a pretty big house, I will admit that. There is an office on the other side of this wall. There are plenty of other places in this house that I could do a live, but all I did was took one picture off another wall in the house and put it in here, put a little table in front of me, put a light up. You'll see some lights in a minute, but they don't even work. The globes have been broken for over a year. I just haven't bothered to move them. And I sit in my bedroom every time I go live. Okay, so I'm going to show you that. So there's the window again. There's the other lounge chair, and here's my setup. Okay, so you can see the big black lights there. I don't even use those, guys. The globes have been gone for ages. That little yellow stick there with the light on the top, that's the only light I use. It's not even a Diva ring light, which everyone says that you need. Have a look at my setup of books. That's the setup of books in front of me with my tripod, my little tripod there, and my chair is over there. You can see it. Henry's behind the books there. I don't know if you can see that because I'm sitting down at the moment. I've got my plant over there, which I need to water, and I've just got a long, thin table that my dad actually made for me. And then we've got chest of drawers, a TV, and then it's the bed behind me here. So why the hell would I share that with you? You're probably thinking it doesn't matter to me. No, it won't. But why I'm sharing it with you is twofold. One, that was a scary thing for me to do, although you might not think so. This is my space. This is my bedroom. And I've just shared that publicly on my business page. I accidentally shared it in my private coaching group when I flipped the screen when I was sitting there, and I didn't mean to, and it showed a picture of my bed. And I freaked out a little bit. They didn't know it until I told them at the end of the training, but I flipped the screen accidentally, and it's like, shit, that's my bed. I'm showing them my bed, and I flipped it back. I kept on talking, but I was freaking out on the inside because it's like, this is my sacred space. This is my bedroom. And I've just accidentally showed them my bed. And then at the end of the call, I just said, look, I've got to be completely real with you guys. Did you notice that I was just a little bit different in the middle of that training there? Did you notice what happened? And then they said, yeah, we saw your bed. We saw your bedroom. And I'm like, yeah, that really sort of freaked me out because I didn't mean to share it. So, you know, when I reflect of doing 501 videos today, and it's like, what can I share with you guys that I've never shared before that makes me a little bit vulnerable? But it's just real, guys. So I'm sharing it because where I sit every day and do my lives is in my bedroom. You guys have probably never realized that before. You might think that was from a studio or some kind of special room. Like I could do my lives in the office, just on the other side of that wall. We got a massive office there. Some of you may have seen that in my coaching community. That's where I do the training from. But it's boring. It's just boring. It's just a wall with a picture, stuff that we had from a cruise that we went on as a family, like the captain's hat and all the rest of it. I didn't go and buy anything special for any of that. It's just thought, what can I do differently? Because this window here is where I used to do my Facebook Lives. But because the light is there, it got unmanageable. It gets unmanageable in summer because it's so bright behind me that you can't see my face. Interesting for people to watch because they're like, oh, watching the cars and, oh, I hope the boys got the shopping. Sorry, I've been distracted because the Woolies delivery truck has just left. I didn't see it come up and so my shopping's just been delivered. Seriously, guys, when you live in a small town, you can't go to the supermarket and get out of there without spending 3 hours down there because you run into everybody you know. So you talk to this person for 20 minutes, then that person for 20 minutes, and it takes me 3 hours to do my groceries. I'm like, I don't have time for that. So now I get them delivered. So a little distraction there. It's very distracting looking out this window. It's pretty cool. But getting back to what I'm trying to share with you today. Be a human being before you're a marketer. I'm just trying to be a human being with you today and share, and I don't know what you think of that. I don't know what you think of you sharing because I can't see your comments, probably a good thing. But I'm just trying to be real with you in that you're actually in my bedroom with me every time I go live. You would never know that because I've never told you that before. Or maybe, no, I really don't think I've, apart from my coaching community, shared that. So one, you can do lives anywhere. You don't need a special part of your house or anything like that to go live. And two, like that, what I was sharing with you, the person that sent me the message in Messenger, if we were just chatting, like she met me at a party or something like that, there's no way that she would say to me in her second message, this is what I do. I'm doing this. I found this. Me. Do you want to have a look at it? No, I don't want to have a look at it because you haven't given a shit about me. You're just trying to pitch your business. Do not be a marketer before you're a human. Sorry for getting a bit passionate about this, but this is what makes the difference of you being successful on social media or not. Even delivering Facebook Lives, we tell you over and over again, give value, give value, give value. But some of you give value and preach. You want to give value and suggest. And speak from the heart and speak with empathy and share the reasons that you're saying the things that you are and give examples and tell stories and be vulnerable and be authentic and be real. There is a very good reason in my video challenges why I throw at people a couple of times during the challenge, share a personal story. And then they can reflect at the end of the video challenge, which was the Facebook Lives that got the most views than others. And it's always, hands down, definitely when they've got vulnerable and authentic about something. And you're being a human being on social media. And when you're a human being on social media, people connect because you're being human. When you're being a full-on marketer, people can't connect with that. There's a wall between you and them. So it takes time though, guys. I went back to it because I thought, wow, 501 lives like today. That's pretty cool. When did I do my first one? So the first one, I went back through my feed, through the videos tab and to have a look when my first live video on this page was. My first one that's recorded on the page was actually my welcome video for my page. So it sort of didn't really count. The second one was about 3 days later. And that was, I can't remember the specific date, but it was October 2000 and, what was it? So it's been 3 years. So 16. So it's almost been 3 years that I've been going live here. And remember, this is not what I did before. I was in the corporate world before that. So I started doing lives from scratch, not knowing anything about building a business online or social media or anything like that, almost sort of 3 years ago. And I was terrible. And you guys that have followed me for quite a while, you know that I've often shared it's taken me a long time to be real. And even 3 years on, what I've just showed you is making me vulnerable and sharing stuff with you that people just would never do on social media. But it's just, I can't hide from that. I want to be real with you guys. And the more that you're real and authentic and genuine is the more that people will connect with you and trust you and know that you're a genuine human being and you're not just being a marketer that wants somebody's money. Does that make sense to you guys? I've got no idea what you're thinking or feeling because I can't see comments, which is a real shame actually. But let me just pick up on a couple of comments. Crystal's saying, and I'm sorry for looking down, guys, but I'm actually holding my selfie stick and I've got my spare phone down here. So Crystal's saying, I totally understand. Judy and Bob, you are human. We all need to be authentic and vulnerable. Julie, so real and authentic. Love you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Julie. Preaching, it gets old really quickly. Yeah. I mean, I'll get passionate. You guys know that about me, and it might feel like I'm preaching. Like I'd go, please don't do that for the love of, don't do that because you're giving the industry a bad name. Like to some people that might seem preaching. To me, it's passion. What I'm really talking about is more often than not when you're trying to give value on social media, try not to come across as somebody who's preaching to people. It's about sharing what you suggest people could do or try or, whatever. So they respect your opinion and they don't feel dictated to. Does that make sense, guys? Helen. Hi, Helen. Pulled over driving. I love to watch the replay. Yeah, please don't watch and distract yourself while you're driving, Helen. Crystal, I kind of told a personal story today. Personal stories are great, but they're the hardest things to do on social media. It's like, think about when you sit around a campfire, and that just came to mind because the boys are all going out to the farm shortly, and somebody starts telling a story. And you're just captivated because it's a story and it's a human being. Like, think of your social media journey kind of like that. Like, share your experiences, tell stories. And maybe it's not your own story if you don't have many stories to tell. Too many people get caught up in, I'm not successful enough yet. I am not good enough. Most of you think you're not good enough to be on social media. But if you just share, and you're a human, and as you go through your journey, share it with people along the way and just talk like a human being, then people will connect with you in your journey along the way. That's what's happened with me. Rose, there she is, Rose. So I'm going to talk to Rose next week, the winner of our video challenge, and I'll let you share what's happened if you want to, Rose. I'm not sure when you jumped on or how much you've listened to this. But yes, Rose, it is like reality TV. People are drawn to people who are real and raw. And I was thinking this morning of, do you guys know who Mel Robbins is? The author of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Do It Anyway. And she's really got into the whole follow her around. Like there are people walking around, and she's sharing her life in taxis, on flights. But just before she goes on stage, she's sharing what she's feeling. I mean, she's got a big profile these days, but it's like reality TV. She is sharing with you the good, the bad, the ugly when she doesn't feel like doing things. She's just sharing the real parts, not just the glamorous parts. And people want to see that and know that because that's what makes you a real human being. And people connect with people. People don't connect with full-on marketing. People don't connect with buy my stuff. People don't connect with a messenger message that says, I, do you want to have a look at it? No, I don't want to have a look at it. Thank you very much. And it's such a shame to me because this person that did it yesterday, and I know they're doing it innocently for the most part, and they are probably a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous girl. And it actually makes my heart sink than get angry. I get passionate about it, as you guys know, because it's like, oh, you're destroying the industry by doing that. And I'm actually a human being that you should try to get to know before you try to pitch me your business, because it's such a selfish angle to come from. It's like, this is what I want from you. I don't really care about you. This is what I want from you. Find out what I need first, okay? Laurie, it's hard to do that. 1, people don't believe you, and 2, it's hard to be transparent. Because of 2 of those things, your brain is screaming, don't do it. Yeah, and I know and I acknowledge, guys, it's one of the hardest things to do, to be real and vulnerable. And I made myself do it today to share with you that it still happens to me. I've just shared my bedroom with you. Paul doesn't even know that. He probably won't know unless I tell him. But people just sort of don't do that. Some people don't care. Some people actually do their lives from their bedroom every day, and that's their normal setting, and that's quite normal from them. But to me, it's, I don't know, just me. But I don't know. I'm just trying to share. Does that make sense? Monica, love you, Helen Martin. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Monica. Crystal, love you dearly, Helen. You are real, authentic, honest. I felt a connection with you immediately when you talked for the first time. Yeah, and somebody like Crystal was really shy and very unsure of herself and just didn't know how to achieve what she wanted to achieve. Perhaps didn't even know what she wanted. And we got on a call and I saw that, you know, that lost person maybe. Man, look at Crystal now. She goes live pretty much every day. She's found a passion. She's sharing it with people. And she's just always going to keep going. And that's it, guys. Like, when I found that first video almost 3 years ago, and I had to look through the months, I've never stopped going live. I haven't always gone live 5 days a week. I built up to that. I was only going live 2 days a week initially in my journey, but I've never stopped. Don't stop, guys. Just don't stop. But be a human being along the way. Olive, I love how you've shared your life with us over the years. You're amazing. Okay. Oh, beautiful comments. Thank you, guys. I'll catch up with these in a moment. Yeah, now I'm distracted with your comments. So I'll go back over those. Sorry, I can't see them. But yeah, that's just what it is today, guys. And I just wanted to celebrate and reflect on 500 live videos here. And the things that I've done and grown, and it's really come from a place of growing into being vulnerable. I know many of you doing live videos will not be at that point because it takes time. And you ease into that when you get more of a following, and you ease into that when you find more of a comfort zone about what you're doing and you find your brand. And, you know, I've found my brand, and so I feel more comfortable talking about it. And that's what's helped me get fans and followers. And so it's just easier for me now, but it didn't start that way. And I know a lot of you are not there yet, and you're still struggling with that vulnerability and authenticity and being truly yourself and just speaking from the heart. But just try to bring it in every now and again, guys. Just bring in a story, something that's happening with you in your life, and share it. That's when people connect with you and they just know that you're a true blue human being. And you're somebody maybe worth going into business with or buying something off somewhere down the track when you decide to promote something and be the marketer. But please be a human before you're a marketer. Okay? So I hope you got something out of that today. I just so appreciate you know, you guys, more than you even know. Like, I really treasure this online community that we have here, some of the friendships that we have here, and, you know, just continue to grow. We've never met in person. It's just social media brings us so many opportunities to grow and evolve as a person. Doing live videos can help you just grow amazingly as far as personality and confidence and all that kind of stuff. You've just got to let yourself be vulnerable and grow into it. So just enjoy the ride. You're not going to get there straight away, but enjoy the ride, and just remember to be a human before you're a marketer. So for those of you that are starting your weekend, enjoy. Have some downtime, relax, treat yourself nicely. Share some time with your family and friends, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys next week for more training on social media. I'm really looking forward to interviewing Rose as well, the winner of our last video challenge. Remember, the next one's coming up on October the 11th. That's coming up. It's creeping up on us. I am opening that group again for new people on the 1st of October. So if you want to invite people into that group, get them to join. I'm just not approving them until the 1st of October. Those of you that are in, you're already in. But new people to the group, I will let all of them in come the 1st of October, guys. So I will talk to you next week. So appreciate you, and yeah, have a great rest of the day. Bye.